Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been like a year, literally it feels like a year since I've been off YouTube, but I think it's only been like 4 to 5 weeks. But yeah, if you follow my channel, you already know why. And you guys, it's tough, man. It's really tough. It's really hard to find time to come and do these things right now. Obviously, like I don't even know how all those YouTubers that give birth and still have time to make videos every other day, I don't know how they do it. But yeah, I've just been trying to balance my life out and I wasn't around, so I came back home and I had to start putting things in place and just start getting back things how they used to be or how I want them to be now. But anyways, I am happy to be back. Yay! I'm happy to be back again on YouTube. And yeah, so a lot of you have been asking me, obviously some people out of concern and some people out of curiosity, but like what really happened while I had to have a C-section and just stuffs like that, stuffs birth related. So today I'm just going to sit down and gist you guys what happened. So just grab a cup of tea, and keep on watching. Oh, by the way, before I start, can you guys see my new background? Like, now I feel like a YouTuber finally. I mean, this is just a backdrop, but like, it's an amazing backdrop, and I finally feel like, okay, I have the right background. I didn't have time to come and start changing my whole room for YouTube, at least not yet. So this is going to have to do for now. So what happened? Okay, on the let me start from 21st, the day before I entered labor, like the day before labor started. Basically, me and my mom and Kobe, we went for a walk. I vlogged the walk, and I'm happy to say that the walk actually worked because I walked a total of 1 hour that day. And that night I started having contractions. The contractions started around 8 in the night, and obviously because it's my second baby, I know what to look out for and what not to look out for. And I knew at that point that the contractions were not what's it called, it wasn't consistent, and you're supposed to go to the hospital when your contractions like are at least 5 minutes apart. So I just obviously put my son to sleep, did everything I was supposed to do, and then lay down. The contractions kept getting more serious, and I wasn't really able to sleep that night. It was just like, it was painful, but not so painful that I couldn't bear it. It was more like a menstrual pain or something like that. And then around 3, it started getting really bad. But I just told myself, you know what, if I've waited at home to this point, I'm just going to wait till morning, bath my son, feed him, just get things done before I actually leave the house. Yeah, so I told myself I was going to just sleep, wake up, well, not sleep, but just wait till morning, bath my son, and just get him ready, feed him before I leave the house, which is exactly what I did. So I just rested and I got up around 6. I woke him up and I fed him, did everything I was supposed to do, and then I had already packed my bags, obviously. And at this point, I was exactly 37 weeks and 4 days. I mean, I knew my baby was going to come early because I had Kobe at 37 weeks as well. So I just knew, like, I'm a 37 weeker. I just told myself and I believed it. I'm like, this baby's going to come at 37 weeks. And yeah, anyways, I did everything I was supposed to do, and then I booked an Uber and I headed straight to the hospital. And then getting there, obviously I was still contracting, and they put me on the bed and, like, set me up with all their monitoring things. And then that was when they realized there was a problem. As I was contracting, my baby wasn't getting enough oxygen. So with each contractions, his heart rate was dropping. At first, it was just during the contractions, so they were monitoring me. They tried to, change sides, like make me turn around and just do things that could help increase his heart rate while I'm contracting, but it still did not help. So after like 1 hour of watching me, they now realized that even when I wasn't contracting, his heart rate was still dropping, which obviously is a big issue. Like, that means your son is not getting oxygen, and according to them, that could cause like permanent brain damage, or like just a permanent, it could have a permanent effect on him basically, or worst case scenario, he could actually die during during delivery, or even before he gets delivered, because he's not getting enough oxygen. So the nurses talked to me, and then they had to call. Oh, and another thing is, the doctor I've been seeing since I got there was on vacation the week I had to give birth. I mean, of all weeks, she was on vacation. So I had to like get introduced to a whole new doctor that didn't really know my case, and I don't even know how I still feel about that. But I just felt like I had more connections with my doctor that I've been seeing, but she wasn't around and there was nothing I could do. So there was another doctor, and she came in and explained everything to me, and I was told my options is either, if I choose to wait, obviously I was going to wait, or we can do a C-section and bring the baby out, because at that point the baby was at risk and eventually I was going to be at risk as well. And then I still wanted to wait, you know. I prayed, I just wanted to try my best to see if things were going to change. You know, one time they came in with the news that, you know, his heart rate was getting better, but then after some time it started going down again, and then it kept going down and down and down and down. And at that point the doctor just told me, we have to do this CS now, basically. Like, we just had to do it. And I just remember sitting there and I just started crying. Like, I was literally, and I was alone. I think that was the most emotional part of this, because I was alone. I don't think I had the support that I would have liked, which was nobody's fault. Obviously, my husband was back here in Nigeria. He has to work. He couldn't just make it this time, unlike when he came during COVID's time, because his leave didn't fall in when I was supposed to give birth. So it was just, it was just very emotional. And then my mom had to stay home with my son because I couldn't have my son in the hospital running around, and he wasn't even allowed to be there at that point till maybe after birth and all that. But I just didn't still, it was going to be stressful for him because he won't get the fact that I just had a baby or I'm about to have a baby. He will want me to carry him and do things for him. So it was just better for me that he was at home with my mom, you know. So I already knew I was going to be alone. Anyways, I just remember I just started crying when they told me they had to shave me to prepare me for my C-section. I just started weeping, like literally. I was screaming. And then the nurses just came in. They were trying to tell me that it's okay, like this happens. Don't I want to have my baby alive? You know, like I've carried this baby for 9 months. And do I really want something to go wrong today of all days? Like today that I can actually birth him and he'll be perfect, you know? So they just try to explain all those things for me. And yeah, I guess at the end of the day I agreed, and they shaved me and they got me ready. But throughout this whole process I was weeping, like ugly crying. I was crying. And then they wheeled me into the theater for the C-section. And the thing about this C-section is they make you feel like a Christmas good. Like they literally just tie your hands, not tie it down, but you spread your hands out and they cover you with a curtain, so you can't really see what's going on. I could just remember asking what's going on, and nobody was even talking to me at that point. So anyways, I got my epidural and everything, and they started the C-section, and then obviously they brought out the baby. But then I didn't hear the baby cry, which was when I almost went mad. I'm like, what's going on? I can't hear him cry. How is he? What's going on? The doctors were just trying to tell me he's fine, he's fine. I'm like, but I can't hear him cry yet. And they were still behind me, so I couldn't exactly see what was going on. Then after like what feels like 10 minutes, but literally it was like 1 minute, you know. They now carry the baby out to the crib that they prepared for him, and that was when the baby actually cried. So as that was going on, the doctor was now trying to explain to me that the cord, which was why like the baby wasn't getting oxygen, the cord was around the baby's neck. It actually went around his neck twice, and he came out a blue or purple, one of those colors. Like his body has not gotten so much oxygen in a long time, probably, that he was almost losing breath. So it was good that I did the CS when I did the CS, obviously. So they had to untie him and just get him to breathe well before they now went to clean him up. And as they were there, I just remember turning around. I was just looking at him. He was so cute. I'm like, can I hold him now? Can I hold him? And they were just still busy cleaning him and doing whatever it was they were doing, checking that everything was fine with him. And then after they were done with that, they now brought him to me. And one of the nurses used my phone to take pictures of us, which was nice. You know, these are things that your partner or whoever you're in the birthing room with get to do for you. Like, go with the baby when they're cleaning the baby, be taking pictures. It was just a different experience when I had Kobe, because, you know, I had my mom there to take all these pictures and do all these things, and my husband as well was there with me. So it was just, well, he wasn't there while I was giving birth, but he came later. But it was just a different experience, you know. Yeah, so I took pictures of the baby. They took the baby back and they had to finish up with me. and wheeled me out. At that point, my epidural was still working. So I'm like, is this how C-section is? It's not even a big deal. Never did I know what was coming my way. Like C-section, let me tell you guys, if obviously there's no other option, obviously go ahead with it. But if you have an option, I don't even get why you pick C-section over delivery, because the recovery is just hell, guys. It is so painful. Like the first 24 hours, I wasn't able to stand up from my bed. I couldn't pick up my son. He would literally be crying and I won't be able to move to actually pick him up. It was that bad for me. I'm sure people have different experiences, but this was my personal experience and I didn't really have a good experience, like a good recovery experience. It was just too painful and just too emotional for me to handle. And maybe like the nurses were trying to explain and the doctor, it was because I originally planned a natural delivery. So it was just unexpected, which is why I didn't really take it well. But you know, now I've accepted it. I've, you know, come to peace with everything that happened. Even at my post-delivery checkup, the doctor just tried to explain to me that sincerely it was really the best option at that point, because they would not do C-section if it wasn't obviously the only option at that point, you know. So that was what happened. I stayed in the hospital my normal 2 days and everything was fine. I hit all the milestones I was supposed to hit and I was left to go home after 2 days. So guys, this is what happened where I had a C-section, and you know, I'm healing okay. Everything is looking good. I'm feeling good. You know, right now it wasn't like this at first, but maybe I'll talk about that in another video when I show you guys Kaito and just give you guys updates about him. Yeah, that's basically it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a very big thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed yet to my channel in this 2018 and you're watching my video, like I don't even know, like, what have I done wrong to you? Just click that subscribe button down below and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.